And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. This is your boy FlyIsland Guy. Today we are back here in Dubendorf in Switzerland, and kind of picking up where we left off. The weather is not the best today. As you can see, lots of fog and rain in the area. We're going to be heading over to Hungary, and Simbrief has given us about 1 hour and 23 minutes for the trip. Hopefully we could shave off some time there, but cruising altitude today will be at 41,000 feet. Looking at the weather here today, well, you can see what the weather looks like outside, but if you just pull up windy.com over here, the weather here in Dubendorf, winds calm, visibility is 10 kilometers or more. Lies. Light rain showers. The clouds at 1,600 feet, broken at 1,900 feet, overcast 4,100 feet. Feels like lies. It seems a lot worse. Let's also look at the weather in Hungary. So we're going to be going to Szolnok Air Base, and of course we'll talk a little bit about that location when we get there. Right now we're looking at VFR conditions. Winds are out at 150 at 8 knots. Scattered clouds. Temperature 6 degrees C. And it looks like the weather has improved from a while ago. There is a little bit of rain right in the area, so we're going to keep an eye out for that. Of course, we'll always check the weather while we're on the way. We have the aircraft loaded up and ready to go now. As you can hear, the engine's already started. And I'm rocking a new livery today. Nothing fancy. I want to just go outside real quick. Real simple livery. Just some nice lines on the outside, so just something a little different for the CJ4. And here in Dubendorf, we're going to be departing runway. Let me bring it up. Actually, don't have the flight loaded up. We're going to be departing runway 29, which I believe is going to be a long taxi all the way down to the end, and then we'll start our takeoff. So let's go ahead and let us start our passenger briefing, and once that's done, I'll be back, and in the meantime, we'll go ahead and we'll taxi all the way down to the end.
May I have your attention, please? Welcome aboard the Citation CJ4 aircraft. Your flight crew will make every effort to make your trip a pleasant one. At this time, please refer to the passenger briefing card located near your seat for important safety-related information. Smoking is prohibited aboard this aircraft while the no smoking lights are illuminated, and prohibited in the lavatory at all times. Aviation regulations require passenger compliance with lighted no smoking and seatbelt signs, placards, as well as flight crew instructions. For taxi, takeoff, and landing, please ensure that your lap belt and shoulder harness are fastened and all portable electronic devices are turned off. Tables, luggage, and loose articles must be stowed and secured. Seats must be in the upright and outboard position, and your headrest extended per instructions located near your seat. To fasten your lap belt, place the flat metal end into the buckle. Pull on the lap belt strap to tighten the lap belt. To fasten the shoulder harness, pull the shoulder harness strap across and in front of you, and hook the metal end onto the stud located on your lap belt. To release your lap belt, depress the latch release on the top portion of the buckle. To release the shoulder harness, unhook the metal end from the stud. Because of the possibility of unexpected turbulence, please keep your lap belt securely fastened about you at all times while in your seat. In the event of cabin depressurization, oxygen masks will automatically drop from overhead compartment. Locate the nearest mask, pull the mask down to the full length of the tubing and place it over your nose and mouth. Adjust masks by pulling the elastic straps and breathe normally. Don your mask prior to assisting others with their masks. An emergency exit is located at the right side of the aft cabin. To open the emergency exit, remove the plastic panel covering the release handle. Turn the handle in the clockwise direction. Pull the top of the emergency exit inward, lifting the base out of the opening and into the cabin. Discard the emergency exit overboard. Exit the cabin by stepping through the opening onto the wing and continue forward off the wing. The main entry door, which you use to enter the aircraft, may also be used as an emergency exit. To open the main entry door, first push in on the inner paddle located above the inner handle. Second, pull down on the inner handle approximately 90 degrees. Push the door open and lower the stairs to exit the aircraft. Life vest locations are placarded near your seat. To don the life vest, tear open the storage bag and remove the vest. Place the life vest over your head. Wrap the strap around your waist, buckle, and tighten the strap. For children, wrap the belt around a leg, buckle, and tighten the strap. Inflate the life vest after exiting the plane by pulling downward on both red tabs. If the life vest fails to inflate, blow into the manual inflation tubes attached to the vest. For information on the location and use of fire extinguishers, as well as other emergency or survival equipment, refer to your passenger briefing card or consult your flight crew. Thank you, and have a pleasant flight.
All right. Pretty long taxi here to get to the other end. And you remember from when we landed here before, it's pretty much not much on this end of the airport. Now from what I've seen, this is the only active end. As far as charts go, all that's available is for runway 29. So I don't think you can land from the other end. Rotate speed for today is going to be 96 knots. It's already plugged in and ready to go. And of course, we know that the CJ4 is going to blow through these clouds quickly. Looks like we should be at clear skies before, I don't know, 10,000 feet maybe? We'll see. Alright, we're approaching the end of the runway. No traffic is coming. Alright, we're all lined up. Let's get our strobes, landing lights on. We can do the flashing ones today for posterity. And we are ready to go, folks. All right. Away we go. And we shall rotate.
Airborne time log.
Gear up. is officially locked and loaded. Can't see anything. Just gonna go ahead and get the autopilot on.
Autopilot.
I just switched it off.
Autopilot.
Go. Set our heading mode. And flight level change. Get our speed to 240 and let's start that right turn. Get back on the flight plan. Nothing much to see, folks. We are up in the clouds. Although this kind of freaks me out, I sort of enjoy it as well. Like, in the sim, I feel like a real pilot and I have no clue where I'm going. Well, visually I can't really see, but using nothing but instruments. And like the true champ that the CJ4 is, we're already up and over the clouds. And as I saw, yeah, around 10,000 feet was where things were supposed to clear up. We're at about, we're just crossing 10,000 feet now. So landing lights can come off. And it's like a totally different area once we get up and above the clouds. Alright, I'm gonna go into nav mode. And we'll just let our nav take over once it gets close enough to the flight path. Never know what this is called. Actually, let me switch back to heading mode real quick. Yeah, make sure we're intercepting it properly. There we go. So lots of big, fluffy, scary looking clouds in the area. And I believe I mentioned it in another video. Would love to see some turbulence as we come through the clouds. Seems to be a complaint amongst a lot of simmers. Not really seeing that turbulence being simulated, like when you go through those big heavy clouds. Alright, so as we climb, I'm just gonna go take this time to have a quick look and talk about where we're gonna be heading today. So we're gonna be heading to Szolnok. I don't know how to pronounce this. Szolnok, Hungary. Alright. So, Szolnok, city of county status and seat of, oh Lord, Szolnok. I don't know what it is. East Central Hungary at the confluence of Zagava and Tisza rivers. Okay. Under the Arpad kings, Szolnok was a market town and distributing center for rock salt from the Maramureş Mountains. Now in Romania, later in the Middle Ages, there was a strategic settlement fiercely contested by Magyars and Turks. In modern times, it's developed into a transportation center and river port, being the gateway to the Trans-Tisa region. It's on the Budapest-Debrecen Road, Debrecen Road, and several international railway lines converge on the Great Bridge over the Tisa, completed after World War II. Oof, what's going on there? Let's take a quick look at that. I don't know what's happening there. And we also blew past the flight plan again. Did I not set that? I thought I set that. Let's go heading mode. So Szolnok has several industries, including metalworking and the manufacture of machinery, chemicals, automotive parts, and railroad equipment. Hotels and thermal baths are located on the riverbank over the source of subterranean waters, which are pumped from 3,140 feet below ground and reach temperatures of 133 degrees Fahrenheit or 56 degrees Celsius. Of cultural interest are the neoclassical town hall, the Szigligeti Theater, and the Damjanich Janos Museum. Population as of 2011 was 72,953, and as of 2017, it's like the population went down a little bit, 71,765. So, I'm gonna go over to Wikipedia here to see what else they have. That other place is just like a small write-up. So, Szolnok is located in the heart of the Great Hungarian Plain at the confluence of those two rivers that I mentioned before, the Tisa and the Zagava. It lies about 100 kilometers east-southeast from Budapest, and the climate of the area is continental, with hot summers following relatively mild winters. The region is one of the sunniest in Europe, and the average precipitation is about 490 millimeters annually. So, what is going on? Does that keep happening? Plane keeps on getting bumped around for some reason. Alright, so what else do we have here? The population of Szolnok consists of 98% Hungarian, 1% Gypsy, and 1% of people of other nationalities, mainly German. And the population reached its highest level in 1989 with almost 82,000 people. But since then, it's been slowly but steadily declining. It's predicted to sink to 70,000 by the year 2020. So this article was written a while ago, so obviously it's probably gone down since then. Alright, so it's not much to find here on Szolnok. Let's look at another one, actually. Alright, so the first bridge of the Tisa in Szolnok was built here, and the second railway route in Hungary led to this city. So invading armies of all sorts attacked and destroyed this infrastructural center over its history. It was bombed 12 times during the Second World War alone, and it also means that Szolnok lacks any historical buildings older than the 18th century, and socialist realism had its impact on its architecture. The city, which had often been described as ugly, started to go under an ongoing major reconstruction in the mid-2000s, which resulted in some pleasant public squares around the city. Szolnok also acts as the cultural center of the neighboring regions. So the coldest month in Szolnok is January, while the hottest is July, with an average difference of 22.6 degrees C. And as mentioned before, the yearly precipitation is about 490 millimeters or 19 inches of rain on average. So the most rainy months are May and June, with almost double precipitation than in January, February, and March. And the number of sunny hours is around 2,025 a year, but can show great fluctuation each year. So how can you get to this town? So you can get there by plane. Although Szolnok has 2 airports, neither is open to civilian traffic. So the one that we're heading to now, as I mentioned, is, or I don't know if I mentioned it, but it's an air base. It's, however, between 2 of Hungary's international airports, Budapest Liszt Ferenc International Airport, which is 82 kilometers away, and Debrecen International Airport, which is 130 kilometers away. From both airports, you may take Route 4 by car or railway to reach Szolnok, albeit in opposite directions. The Szolnok is not on any major highways, but you could take Route 4 all the way to Budapest, or choose the M5 highway and leave at exit 44 in Route 405, which connects it to Route 4. They also have 2 railway stations, the Szolnok railway station and the Abonyi Út railway station. So Szolnok is a major rail junction, and there are frequent trains going to and from Budapest, as well as points north, south, and east. 2 railways lead to Szolnok from Budapest, line 100A, and the second oldest railway line in Hungary, established in 1847. So from Budapest, Nyugati station, through Cegléd and Abony, which continues as line 100. Okay. Anyway, you can get there by rail fairly easily. So, on both lines, the distance from the capital is 100 kilometers, but the time your journey will take may differ by an hour, 18 minutes to an hour 55, depending on the type of train and the time of the day. They said also don't expect the trains to be on time. That's not good. So you can get around the city by car or by bus. But in 2007, there was a major change in the order of traffic because the main square was closed from cars. So make sure that your map is up to date, otherwise you may find yourself stuck. Buses are the only available public transport method, and they're mostly in reasonably good shape, and some of the vehicles have air conditioning. The northern part of the city is better covered than the southern, and buses during the night are very rare. And at bus stops you can find small maps next to the timetables that help you decide which bus to get on. You should get on the bus at the front door, show your pass to the driver. If you have a ticket, chances are that you should give the ticket to the driver, who will then validate it, but in some cases the validating machine is outside the driver's cabin. In that case, it's your job to do it. And some buses have electronic machines. Put your ticket into the slot horizontally and it prints on it, while in some cases there's a mechanic one where you put your ticket in vertically and pull the black part. You should get off the bus at one of the rear doors. So, cool. All right. So there's lots of things to do here. There's an art colony, the Aviation Museum, Beer Museum, Gallery, well, a few more museums as well. There's 3 or 4 places of worship, as well as they have the City Hall, the County Hall, the Sigligeti Theater, which I mentioned before, and the 2 bridges as well. Alright. So that's about it for most of the information. As usual, we'll see how things go once we get over to Szolnok, and I'm looking forward to it, alright? So, I'll be back when we start a descent. We'll talk about the approach and all that good stuff, and I'll talk to you guys then, alright? It's your boy FlyIsland Guy. I'll be back. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. So we are well into our descent into Szolnok in Hungary. We took a look at the approach that we're, well, sort of gonna do. Let's go over and check the weather. And the most recent report here shows that the weather kind of got a little bad, but sort of cleared up again. Right now we're looking at winds out of 160, 10 knots. Visibility is 10 kilometers or more. We have some light showers in the area with clouds, well, a few clouds over 4,000 feet, broken at 5,000 feet. Overcast at 5,800 feet, and 5 degrees C is the temperature. So not too bad. We're at about, so we're heading towards 13,000 feet right now. I'm going to go ahead and set the altimeter. I've already got our approach information in, and that's given us an approach speed of 106, VRF speed of 100, and pretty much always come in way too fast above the speed. So I need to work on personally getting closer to the approach speed on landing. Normally about 20-30 knots over. Now, the thing is that we are doing the plan is to do this RNP Runway 20 approach, which pretty much has us coming to this waypoint, coming out to the initial approach fix, and then kind of doing an L, a couple of right turns to get back onto the runway. The weird thing is that when you try to pull up this approach in the flight computer, let's just go departure arrival, you only really have the option for runway 02 or runway 20. There's no RNP or RNAV approach. There's no NDB approach. It's nothing like that. It's literally just runway 20. So essentially what we're going to do is instead of kind of hitting this initial approach fix, I saw that this waypoint that they're giving us is like RX. So you have runway 20, and then you have like RX. Let me bring it up. Yeah, runway 20 and then RX 20. RX 20 is 5 nautical miles away from runway 20. So that means we're going to be coming in around here, which would be right here. Okay. So essentially we're just going to be hitting here and then coming in for the landing. So pretty much have to be right at 1900 feet And as soon as we get there, and as soon as we start to turn in, and we complete the turn, I'm gonna have to come out of autopilot, and I'm gonna hand fly it in. Landing lights on because we've hit 10,000 feet. So I'm guessing we're gonna be maybe seeing some rain under these clouds here. But I'm hoping, but visibility should be good and all that, so we shouldn't have too much to worry about. Now, when I see these clear skies in the sim, I'm always a little bit stressed because I'm afraid that what's been happening, and I mentioned this before as well, is that live weather like instantly switches. So it'll be good from clear to a whole ton of clouds. The weather may be a lot different, causing like a little bit of turbulence and instability. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen today, but I'm gonna be prepared just in case. We have a little bit of ways to go, about 20 nautical miles out from that last waypoint before we make the turn. So what I'll do is go ahead and brief the passengers, let them know we're landing, and once that's done, we shall get ready to land.
May I have your attention, please? We will be landing shortly. Please turn off all portable electronic devices, stow tables, secure luggage, and loose articles. Return your seat to the upright and outboard position. Extend your headrest and fasten your lap belt and shoulder belts. After landing, please remain in your seat with your lap belt and shoulder harness securely fastened until the aircraft has come to a complete stop in the parking lot. Thank you.
All right. So I was kind of looking around at the land, just looking to see some of those landmarks they were talking about, like the two rivers. So I see. Looks like this is a river here. Kind of snaking around. Don't see the other one though. Sure it's there somewhere. Yeah. Jet's invisible. Sweet. Kind of itching to do an approach to a big city at some point, at least bigger than where we've flown to date. Seems as though, and maybe it's because I'm normally flying normally because I'm flying like a turboprop or whatever. SimBrief assigns kind of smaller airports. You don't really get the main airports. So let's see how things go. We're kind of like slowly descending right now. We're at end of 5,000 and we're about 10 nautical miles away from the airport now. Now I'm hoping that this landing is going to go a little better than the last one did. Where we ended up sliding off the runway. I still don't know why that happened. That could possibly be a factor of me coming in too fast. So I really need to keep an eye on that. One thing I didn't do is put in the decision height, which is 600, let's say 640 feet. So we're gonna go refs. Also trying to figure out when to use decision height versus minimum decision altitude. I don't really know. Alright, so reps is set. Six nautical miles now. Airport should be visible. Not seeing it. Should be around here somewhere. Alright. 3100.
Altitude.
Alright. Gonna go ahead and go flaps 1 or approach flaps. Still do not see the airport. Should be very well in front of us. Right, so we should be heading directly towards the airport now. And oh, there it is. All right.
Landing gear. Autopilot.
Disconnect the autopilot. Almost missed it. Did not see it. Sorry about that. All right, just pulling up the airport map here. Everything should pretty much be on our right.
Wind 220 and 2 knots.
Countryside looks beautiful, man. So this is the river here.
Minimums.
One of them.
Minimums.
Landing time log.
Doesn't get much better than that, folks. Does not get much better than that. Alright, I'm gonna apply some brakes. We're just gonna roll out to the end. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Szolnok. Pretty sure I pronounced that wrong. What an absolutely awesome day. There's no rain at all. Lots of sun. That's good. Just got to enjoy the scenery a little bit. Alright, so we're just gonna taxi back. Just kind of looking at the map here just to see where we're supposed to be going. The apron here is kind of weird. There's not much of an apron here for the planes to park. Alright. Over here, slow down a little bit. Landing lights and strobes come off. Flight director is off. Oh my god, why is there always a vehicle just sitting there just waiting to run into me? This is a weird taxiway that just leads nowhere. Not sure what that's there for. Alright, so I think I'm gonna do the second or the next taxiway after this one coming up. That's a mighty big building in the background. Oh, not this guy. Sorry, next one. Oh my god, what is this? What is up with these vehicles, man? Alright, so we can turn left here. I believe this is where the main quote-unquote apron is. Not really too sure where to park. Nothing looks like an actual space. So, I guess we'll just park here. Maybe one of those 15 trucks that are driving around will come and pick up the passengers. Alright folks, beacons come off and engine stop.
Engine off, time log. Flight is finished. It has been monitored by On Air.
Alright, This will come off. Avionics off. And battery off. And that is it, folks. Once again, another safe landing for FlyIsland Air. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. This is a pretty chill flight, all things considered. Left in some bad weather, landed in some awesome weather, and all in all, everything ended well. That's going to be it for me today. I'll be back in a few days with another video, so make sure to come back and check it out. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'd love for you to also share the video if you see fit. Outside of that, this is your boy FlyIsland Guy saying stay safe, and most importantly, stay fly. I'm out. Peace.